Hey, Dozell. Listen, guys, Kim and I have been missing you the last 2 weeks. This will be the last of our previously broadcasted shows. Had to play a couple football games on Monday night to make up for the storm. But we'll be back at you next week. We'll be looking at the election. We'll be, we got you, Governor Son. We'll be looking at the cruise show we promised you. We'll see you next Monday night. Meanwhile, tonight, enjoy this retro show involving Antwan, the comedian, Antwan Murphy, the comedian, and our dear friend Lyndon Scott with Kim and I. Dialogue with Dozell. See you back at you next week. Kim Dez, what's up, man?
Right there.
I'll learn how to count one day. Hey, what's that, Varner? What does that stand for?
The V3, my brother, my V3.
We got a special show for you tonight. After the shows that we have been having, we've had 2 weeks of heavy shows. Tonight we're gonna have a lighter show. We got a real live funny man coming on tonight. His name is Antwan Murphy. And because Antwan is coming on, we're bringing on our entertainment editor. She'll be here momentarily. Linda Scott. I don't know where she gets Houston from. Can you believe here we got an entertainment editor, man? So when the network pick us up, we'll already be straight.
All right.
Okay. I wanted to, they call it animals. I wanted to start the show before we brought everybody on. You know, Kim's history is a very rich history. And of course, he's very capable of, he's not a guest because he's a host, but he would be a very interesting person. He has a storied career with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, and he's done several great things in his lifetime, man, that would really make him an attraction. In fact, he does the police. He's a police correspondent for one of the local TV stations, Kim.
Yeah, I do some crime analysis stuff for Channel 12 here in Jacksonville.
Okay, so but before we brought everybody on, and Toya, if you can, resend Antwan. Well, I got to get him the link. Send him the link if you would, Toya. He's needing the link. Before we brought everybody on,
the boy didn't graduate.
Let's say
the boy didn't graduate.
I don't do that to him. You know he gonna get you, man. If you can, Kim, send him that link to get on.
I don't have his number. I don't have no way to reach him other than Facebook.
Oh yeah, yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if Toya can't get it, I have to do it. Okay, so Kim, you did something very interesting last week. And if you take 2 or 3 minutes to tell everybody what you were doing, I'll take this time to send him the link, and Toy can bring me back in. You see your cousin, man?
James.
What up, James? Tell everybody what you did last week, Kim.
Well, I was fortunate enough to go with my he's actually the person who started the organization Dedication to Community, Mr. Michael Quentin Williams, brilliant guy. He's an attorney, former FBI agent, U.S. prosecutor, and I actually met him when I did security for the Jaguars. That's when I first met him, and we befriended each other. That was years ago. We recently linked back up some years back, and we started talking about some of the stuff that's going on in the community and the world. And we decided to he launched this program called Dedicated to Community. Well, last week we went to Charleston, and what we do, we go around train police agencies as well as corporations and school districts and on diversity, and just trying to get people to understand each other's culture and trying to make people understand that it's not always a black or white situation. Sometimes it's a cultural difference. And once we learn each other's culture, we can communicate a little bit better, and there's a better understanding amongst the races, I guess is a good way to see it. So last week we've spent a week in Charleston, South Carolina, with the Charleston County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Collins actually asked us to come up and do the training for all 300, there's 330 something like that officers there, and he wanted us to come up and do all of his officers. So we were there for the whole week. We did 2 4-hour blocks each day with 20 to 25 or more officers. We just did the whole department. We went up in June and did 48 officers, and then they asked us to come back and do the rest of the agency. So we did that last week, and got a lot of good input. I learned a lot. It's not just a matter of me and Q facilitating them. They actually, we learn a lot from every time we stand before our brother law enforcement officers. Brother and sister law enforcement officers, we learn as well from them as they will learn from us. So that's in a nutshell what we were doing.
And you say you've done that over several departments, right?
Say that again.
You guys are going around to several departments in other places and done that, right?
We did 2 4-hour blocks here in Jacksonville, and we did and that was the second agency I've worked with. Q has been doing it for a little bit longer than I have. It's his organization. He's been doing it a little bit longer than I have. But I'm one of his instructors, and matter of fact, because the Sheriff Collins there in Charleston, actually posted something on Facebook about it, and other sheriffs have seen it, and they're asking for us to, come to their agency as well. We got a call from, I think it's Lancaster, North Carolina. Right outside of Charlotte. They're asking us to come. We got to set a date. We went to. He's been in touch with the Miami Heat, and they're interested in us coming down and doing their organization, and in turn, they're going to sponsor the Miami Beach or the Miami Police Department, and so it's growing, and it's very necessary, especially with these times that's going on these days with all the protesting and all, and what we do, we build a stronger relationship between the police and the community, and that's what it's all about. If we would have been active and doing some of the training that we're doing years ago, you might not even have the kids out here protesting now. They might not even be out there protesting because they have a better understanding of police departments. And what we do, we explain why we do what we do. A lot of times this is just a misunderstanding. A lot of folks don't understand why police agencies do some of the things that they do. We explain to them why we do some of the things that we do and why we react sometimes the way it's our training, why we act the way that we act. So the community is also welcome to come sit in on these classes when we have officers present, so we can all learn together, So it's not just a one-sided thing teaching police officers. We try and teach the community as well, and we get feedback from them as well. So,
well, before we get started, actually, what has happened is there's been another, and you say you haven't had a chance to investigate it or research it, but there's actually been another police controversial shooting on that has occurred in I think it's Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and we're just looking at it and investigating it and seeing what we're doing with it right now. And we'll talk more about that possibly next week. But I don't know, man. It just looks to me like with everything going on, it just looked like we would kind of stay away from some of this stuff,
Well, if you allow me to say something, I know the community, and I'm talking about communities across America, they're saying that they're fed up with a lot of the shootings and everything, but I can't help but say if they would comply on certain situations, some of this stuff will kind of go away. I would never tell anybody to comply if they think their life is in danger. But sometimes I've always trained and I've always been taught to just you can't win at the scene when it's happening. You can't win. Just do what the officer's telling you to do. Make it live to be able to complain and complain the right way. Take that officer to court or whatever you have to do. But you can't win sometimes there on the scene. So that makes sense to you? With your training, your police training, does that make sense to you? Well, you froze up on me there, Bo. All right, we're having some technical difficulties. You back with us, Dozell? You back with us? Obviously, we're having some technical difficulties. I'm sure the producer's working everything out. She's a great producer. I'm sure she'll have everything on and popping in just a minute or two. She'll have Dozell back with us.
Is that what I'm doing?
See what I'm saying? She already on it.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. Wait for him to come on. But you were talking about, okay, so I was never a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's just absolutely correct what you expressed. You can't do anything at the scene.
You can win at the scene.
You can't.
I've told people that numerous times. I also teach what to do if stopped by the police, whether it be walking, driving, or any kind of encounter you have with the police. And I always advise people to if that officer isn't abusing you, if he's just telling you to do things, if he's not abusing you, actually going hands-on with you, just comply with what he's telling you. Make a note of his name, get his name and his badge number, make a note of all that, and just comply with what he's telling you. Sometimes he might not even, be putting you in jail or anything. He might just write you a ticket or just might have some contact with you. But if you just comply, you can fight it in court. If you do like the young man did up in Wisconsin, you might not live to, unfortunately, you might not live to fight your battle in court. And that's what it's all about, arriving alive,
Arriving alive.
You want to live and be able to fight in court, have your day in court. So fighting it out on the sideline, on the streets, with also, that's not the time to do it. So
thankfully he's all right. I mean, he's in serious condition from when
he's alive though.
Yeah, he's alive. So Hey, Toy, is Antwan backstage?
Yes, he is.
Okay, good. Hey, bring Linda on.
Okay.
And I might as well tell you, Linda, this is a funny show tonight, and you done started on me. We're having some difficulties, and mainly because of you and Kim. Antwan done started cracking. Your cousin James cracking. He came on about this guy right here. Is this the way to do it? And I told him, no, it's all about this. And so, I mean, it's going to be a funny show tonight. We may be a minute or two over. What's up, Linda?
Excuse me, I'm just leaning up. You had to yawn a little bit. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. God still love you. Hey, I ain't mad at you as long as you're not that school out of Tallahassee. Hey, sis. Hey, sis. What's up, fellas? You were great last week. Hey, we got great reviews on our show last week. We were up to, we with a lot of views. I sound like our president. A lot of views. We had a whole lot of views. I ain't tell you.
That sound like my president. He wouldn't have spoke like that.
Yeah, I know you wait. You can't wait till November the 3rd. You go. Hey, Linda.
Yeah.
All these problems tonight because of you, girl.
I'm never a problem. I ain't seen a man yet that said I was a problem. So I don't know what you're talking about.
All righty then.
Okay then. All right. Let's get it together.
Okay. Kim, you know Linda, don't you?
I don't think I ever met her.
Yes, you did.
Did we ever meet Linda?
No, we didn't. I just know you because of your brother.
Yeah.
Where do you live in Lauderdale?
Not anymore. Are we gonna have this conversation right now?
No, we don't have to have it right now.
Okay, honey. All right.
I'm sorry.
All right, listen. The young man we're about to bring on, I don't know how old he is, Kim. I say young man, I don't know. is Antwan Murphy. We brought an entertainment editor. Linda, I know you got something going on in the modeling. You take a quick second and tell us what you got going on.
Well, right now we're just relaxing a little bit, trying to get things together for 2021, waiting on 2020 to leave. Um, it's 2020 has just taken over the world and just have all us sitting still right now. But
Mhm.
we're just getting things in order. There's a couple of classes that I'll be, speaking at, but nothing big yet.
Okay.
Yeah. All our dates for 2020 has been postponed, not canceled, but postponed.
Well, as I told I said on at church yesterday, I told our viewers that this is not the time to be complacent, but it's the time to be committed. God's got us sitting down so you can really get our attention. And if it's planning, strategizing, whatever it takes. So thank you for joining us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, young man I'm about to bring on is, I met him through my brother at the New Jacksonville Comedy Club with Dean Roberts. He's the host for the Comedy Club. Bring him on, Toya. His name is Antwan Murphy. Antwan Murphy. And he and Kim used to go at it. And he's a real funny guy. You see how funny he is. He's not even on camera. I don't know what's going on with him. But Twan, we can probably hear you, but we can't see you, man. And I know it ain't got nothing to do with your complexion.
You might not have paid his light bill this month.
Why y'all comedians come on in a car, man?
Twan, you paid. Oh, he here with us. He paid that light. I see a camera or something flickering
Hello?
back there.
He got a still picture, or he's freezing or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about the Ville, but anyway. Antwan is the host comedian at the New Comedy Club of Jacksonville. And I think he looked and saw you, London, and kind of got intimidated. He see we got Kim ready to crack on him, and I'm kind of in the cut. Then he sees you. So we asked him to come on like no holds barred. So that's what we're waiting on. So while he's coming on, let's talk about a little entertainment. Did you see the Stellar Awards last night, Linda?
I missed it because I was out of pocket, but I'll go back and see it. They'll repeat it.
Well,
and I was supposed to be at the Stellars, and
well,
I'm scary.
I don't appreciate you. I don't appreciate you talking about BET like that's all they got since they don't have Wildin' Out now. That they're gonna keep repeating it. But with everything that's going on, everybody's having to be creative. In fact, we saw the Democratic convention last week, and it was very creative. The Republicans are meeting this week. I don't know how creative they'll be when I saw the lineup of speakers. But anyway, if Antwan,
and you lie all the time, you're very creative. They're gonna do well. Bunch of lies. They got it in order.
Well, just these virtual talent, these virtual award shows and everything, it's just pretty awesome seeing this. So Kim, you and Linda weigh in a second. I'm gonna get backstage and see what I can work out here so we can get Antwan on.
Twan, you with us? Look like his head moving. Antwan, you with us? His neck probably got tired.
Antwan, you see he's starting on you, man.
Bobblehead. That's it. Come on, man. Bobblehead.
I think you're trying to come on, man. It's
One thing
you might have paid his phone, but the internet might be a different story.
Unmute your mic, Antwan. At least we can hear you. I see you got your mic muted. Poor boy.
Okay. All right. So, Linda, with all these virtual award shows, how much creativity is that taking? I know you guys did a virtual awards show. How much creativity is that taking?
It takes a lot. It's about everybody being on point at that second, not minute, at that second. So every city that you're in, you have to go right on once they cue you in. Just like Antwan sitting in Jacksonville, didn't pay the light bill, the phone bill, and all that kind of stuff. You have to be right. You can't you can't be. See, this would be messing up. We have to go to somebody else, another whole city. You have to be on top of it. But there are always difficulties in anything that we do. Anything men do, there's an issue with it. But on the real side of it, it's at some point everybody has to be every meeting, every phone call, everything. You have to be available to make it run.
How much of that is live and how much of it is tape? Like, for instance, the Stellar Awards last night, that's still fresh in my mind.
But see, I didn't see the Stellar Awards, but a lot of it is live.
Okay.
So you're going to these different people's homes, and you've already given them the cue of what time they're coming in, or if they're listening, that's your time. Somebody is saying, hey, it takes more than just Toya. You have quite a few of those in the back saying, okay, cue her in, him in, so it takes a strong team to make this happen.
Okay, well, speaking of a strong team, that's what it's taking to make this happen, because Antwan is having some difficulties signing on. So I'm gonna see what I can do to kind of retrieve him and get him going.
I should have got another extension cord, man. Let the boy get some light.
He don't pay for it anyway, so he should have just been there and hooked me up.
I'm saying he could have,
That's what I was gonna say. Why you let him come to the house and get that good internet?
Still a couple of minutes. That's all. He don't need much.
Who he gonna get us when he get
I
on?
want him to come in because I listened to Antwan. I saw him on YouTube, and that joker said there was a lady in the audience that was so ugly, gave him the pink eye. I said, okay, I was done.
Oh shoot!
I was so good. I said, okay, I'm done. So I can't wait till he get on. I'm really excited. Antwan, fix your problem, sir.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's funny. I'm telling you, he is funny. Yeah. He gonna get me when he get back, so I got to get him now.
Right. My brothers done play the dozen all the time, so don't let him come on here and listen. Don't do it, Antwan. If you hear us, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
so, is that just our culture that does the dozens, or do other people do that too?
They might try it, but they can't do it as well as we do it,
Right.
Cultural thing.
If they playing the dozen, they don't know who does it.
Yeah. They.
What do you mean?
It's not the same.
No, it's not. There's nobody that does things like a black family. So that's why when Kim and Dee was talking, it's so important that being that police officer, my respect to them is I need them to be in our community. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now you late, don't come in here busting in.
I'm back now. I ain't had no signal. I'm back. What y'all say about me? I'm back. I couldn't hear y'all at first.
Boy, where you at?
What's going on?
Hey,
Kim? You
what's happening with you?
Huh?
What's happening with you? How you been, man?
Man, black blessed, highly favored. I can't complain.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
What y'all got going, man? What's the topic for the night, man? I ain't get to hear it in the comments.
You the topic.
You the topic, bro.
I'm the topic.
You the main topic, man.
Well, my topic broke, man. I'm telling you. I'm trying to make $1.50.
We gave you props, man. I always said, Dozell always said, man, you're on your way. I ain't seen you do no commenting over a year now, but you still on your way, I'm sure, bro. Certified funny.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. COVID killed comedy, man, so I had to switch it up and go southpaw, man. JA don't care if you're funny. They want that money.
Hey, when you get back at it, man, maybe that'll be when somebody in the audience catch you with your big break, bro, because you're on your way, man. You certified funny. Miss Lundy was even talking about it just now.
Most definitely, I really appreciate that, man. I had it. It was a hard experience, missing. That's like my medicine. But I got a show coming up the 26th. I'm over there at the vegan spot, Teapots on 8th Street.
On 8th Street?
Yeah, right across from the bad McDonald's.
Antwan, is that like in Hollywood or Orlando or Mississippi? Where is that? You come on here, nobody don't know who you are.
I'm sorry. My name is Antwan Murphy.
We know where you are.
Oh, where you at? Where you at dressed up like that, like we can see your whole body? I know, Dozell, he a preacher, but we ain't say you was gonna sing tonight. Now, why you got that? You got that Sugar Davis dress on, sister. But you look nice though. You look nice.
Okay, hey, Antwan, I was telling everybody that I went to your YouTube station, and the funniest thing that I heard, one of the funniest thing I heard, was you say to a lady in the audience that she was so ugly she gave you the pink eye. I was done.
Oh yeah.
I thought you was crazy. I was trying to see was one of my cousins in the audience that night, but I said no, they weren't down there.
No, they weren't one of your cousins. But my name Antwan Murphy. I'm a comedian out of Jacksonville. Started doing comedy like 7 years now. So it's been a blessing to be able to work with everybody that I have worked with. Being able to help run a comedy club with my boy Dean. So that's been a blessing. So that's how I got to meet the Varner brothers. They sound like they're a gospel group, but they security guys.
Hey, we was going keeping the crowd down when you start getting dropped down stage.
Hey,
you know y'all
got one question.
Y'all already bless somebody with the Holy
Why
Lord.
y'all comedians always come on? Why can't y'all be sitting down somewhere? Why y'all walking around the track or in a car?
I got too many kids.
Huh?
I got too many kids. They got me out here at football practice. I still got my work boots on.
There you go, putting it on the kids.
Kids, right.
You don't see how grease in my face look? I look like a neck bone on this phone.
No, you do, boy. I stopped to say that. The same thing. So the kids are what you did?
Boy, you sweat like a police station or something.
Oh no, you ain't gonna get no raise off me. I see you down there in Tulsa doing good things, man. That's a blessing, man.
I always got to sneak a man on you, man. You sweat like the police chasing you or something.
Yeah, man. It be like that, man. I gotta stop eating all that pork, man.
Hey, I want to say something though, for real. Antwan has worked with many big name comics. He's hosted the show, but he's worked with Samoa, Bill Bellamy, Lavelle Crawford, you name it. He's been there right with them. And the dude's certified funny. I got to give him his props. He's funny.
Yep.
He is.
I so appreciate that. It's been a blessing, though. I learned from guys. I saw
you with a couple of my favorites, Tyler Craig and Varner.
God rest his dead.
Yeah.
God rest his dead, man. Rest in peace to Tyler Craig, man. Great brother.
Right.
My prayers for his family. He was a real solid dude. He taught me a lot.
Tyler Craig.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he passed a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, rest in peace to that brother, man. He was funny too when he came to the club. Dude was funny.
Oh yes, most definitely. He came to the club. He always tear it up.
Yeah. I look forward to him coming, man. I've been a fan of his for a while, so you know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he passed away. I'm not sure the reasons, but I just continue to pray for his family.
Yeah. Now he's getting religious on. Hey, Twan, what about DC and Carlos and Chico? Are they like under contract? They can't do anything for a year. How does that work with them?
I'm not sure about them being on the contract, but I know that a lot of comics kind of on the back burner with the COVID situation because the club's not being able to pack the clubs into capacity. So I'm pretty sure that it's been a hole, but they some funny brothers, man. They really got out here and made a name for themselves, used the platform they had with Wildin' Out and really touched the world. I have much respect for them. I kind of duplicate some of their grind. I need to get myself into internet mode, but it's kind of different when you're from the streets. You don't record your moves.
We're trying to put you out there, man, but we can't see you. You're sitting in the dark with a yellow shirt on.
But he
man, that's taste advance, man.
That's all. Tell him, Antwan. You want to be seen.
Yeah, I will be. Hey, soon and very soon. See, hey, those just because you got a background scenery back there, you must be sitting in the hospital waiting room. That's what it looks like.
I am. I'm in my hospital in my waiting room. You're
No, I'm talking
absolutely
about
right.
those.
I'm waiting on you to come in. That's what I'm waiting on in the
That's
waiting
him, man.
room.
I'm talking about him.
How he gonna crack on me? He calling me from a pacer. I thought that
I
died
had
out
to
with Cole Brown.
I had to switch over with my wife's phone. My phone ain't no good.
Man,
Yeah, the metros don't work that good, man.
Oh, you know, hello. I got that Metro. What's your name again, ma'am? In the red?
Excuse me?
What's your name? I don't like talking to strangers. Oh, Linda Scott. Okay.
See, he can read. Now, somewhere I heard, now I don't know you, so I had to hear this, that you
Okay.
didn't finish school and you can't read. So, Linda Scott,
Oh.
I saw you, I heard you read my name, so I'm okay with that. So they didn't tell the truth on that end.
Okay. All right. You know I can read.
hey, Antwan, you kind of ended up in Jacksonville out of the Navy, didn't you? Weren't you stationed there? You kind of ended up there.
Yeah. Yes, most definitely. The John F. Kennedy was my first duty station. You know how that is. You come to Jacksonville on vacation and you leave on probation. But I've been here for
Yeah, you used to kill me from your monologue on about the ducks or something. You talked about
Oh yeah, you talking about
gangsters or something. You
oh yeah, that's them guys.
Joe.
They'll walk right in front of traffic.
No, either the one where you were dying and you just paid your rent.
Oh yeah.
That's why I told you I'm checking you out.
you been
yeah, I believe that right there, 100%.
You must read the program at church. You like, yep. You gonna say something.
What's the inspiration for really a lot of your jokes? Where does your material emanate from?
Day-to-day life. You know, some of the hardest things you go through can turn out to be some of people's funniest moments, you know, because everybody can relate to real life. I try to stick to my life so I don't have to duplicate nobody else's jokes. That's kind of my pet peeve.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what most of you all do because of what you just said. It's easier for me to talk about my family, and because some of the things that's going on in my family is going on in yours too. Like my auntie couldn't see that everything was this close to her face. So if I take my glasses off, you understand what I'm saying. But
okay,
I understand that. No, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. No,
you ain't gonna do it.
No, they made me say something. You got the preacher sitting right there.
Oh, you know.
She's sitting there
got some holy water.
He
got some holy water. He can refresh the screen. He can put a little ball on it. So Charles, how that's going with you? I see you do a lot of sermons on Sunday. How have you been able to, you know, reach the community, you know, dealing with the COVID, still spreading the word?
Well, you know, right after the pandemic struck, some of like the major young preachers that have taken over the nation today, like Rudolph McKissick right there in Jacksonville, Bishop McKissick, Freddie Haynes out there in Houston, Jamal Bryant and Malone, not Malone, what's the guy out of R.A. Varner out of Cleveland, who's really doing it. It's like 10,000 members. And Dewey Smith out of Atlanta. They had a round table. And what Jamal Bryant said was, he made a very interesting comment, and it inspired me. He said that now, here I am sitting with the 5,000 seat auditorium. He said, and who knows if we'll ever even come back in here again. He said, so actually, a guy who has a storefront, which basically you could categorize me, has the opportunity to have now as many members as I would have. So that inspired me to really get out there and hustle and be on the grind. Being here tonight is an extension of that. I mean, this is not a spiritual show, so to speak, but during the pandemic, we saw, particularly when it began and people were sitting in their houses a lot, we said, let's entertain people. Let's keep people energized. So I've got people from our Facebook pages, all the groups I'm on, all of them are following me now. And so I got far, Linda, if we were, Kim, if we were back in our little place now, and the people that follow us now, we could pack that little place out at least. So God has opened out the platform. And God's an intentional God, and he's doing everything intentional. I don't start hooping, Antwan, but I just had to throw that in.
So Antwan,
okay.
in other words, there's two members watch him on TV. His two members tune into Facebook.
Hey, Kim, and he read that amen. Oh, yeah.
You can just go.
See what you have to go through, man. See what you have to go through.
So this ain't no
hey.
show. I thought I would get some prayer in here. I need some blessings.
Antwan.
Hey, I'm a bishop, man.
all both of his members watch him on TikTok.
Antwan, let me ask you this: Why did you want to become a comedian? What inspired you to do that? Go that direction?
Well, I was working shipyards and I was laid off when the sequester hit in 2013, and so once that did it, I was like, I always been a class clown. You know, my whole family funny. There's people in my family that's funny. But I just went out there, got my wife. I got two of my homeboys and their wives, and they, you know, went out there and did it, and they stepped in. They said I got it, so I just kept running with it. And you know, then I found a way to make money off of it, so that was a plus too.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, that's amazing that you have your wife that's standing there supporting you, and I'm sure at the end of the night, all right, dog almost said something again, but she fixed you so that you wouldn't bring it home. So there's a difference from being home and being on the stage. Am I correct? What's your idea of that?
Oh, we talking about the difference from home and being on the stage?
Right.
There's no difference. Everybody in my house is crazy. So we just, you know, we cut jokes. My kids, they funny. My wife, she's trying to recite my jokes and take them to work, but you know how that be. Hey, Kim, why you so quiet, man? I thought you were taking some communion. You drunk?
Do you and your wife have, do y'all shoot a dozen at each other?
Excuse me?
Now, you already said your whole family crazy. Don't act like you didn't hear what I said. I said, do you and your wife play a dozen with each other?
Play a dozen? What's that? You talking about crack jokes?
See?
You know, we talk about the dozens, you know, in the hood, you know, dozens talking about
jokes, so he got it.
Yeah, about your mama and your daddy, that kind of stuff, you know.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, we joke. I thought she was talking about something freaky. I didn't know what she was talking about. I was like, what we doing with our dozens is our business. You didn't believe that? I thought this was a chat show. She's trying to get freaky.
I can't real.
Oh yeah, everybody. We crack jokes and we talk about each other's mothers. She talking about my mama right now.
So everybody,
you all took any of your wife jokes and use them on stage?
Oh yeah, she let me know when something funny, then I take it and add on to it. Okay. You know, that's my little ace in the hole. She know them jokes by heels, so she makes sure I'm funny.
Antwan, what's some of the stuff that goes on backstage, and you know, what's some of the things that go on as comics that get ready to come on? They all got their own music. Give us a little insight into some of that.
Okay, you know, first of all, you know, before we get into the other stuff, we pray. We thank God for giving us the opportunity of bringing everybody together. You know, comics on the road. You know, and then after we do the prayer, it's just like church. We go straight into communion after that, you know. But we ain't drinking grape juice. We got that cognac.
Got that yak.
So
y'all got his cup right now.
I read on one of your pages that you can do all things through Christ that strengthen you. That gave you a plus with me too. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the question that Dozell just asked you as well. So those other things that you do, it's basically the same thing we do, Reb. Is we go in and we say our prayers, and we don't have no yak with us though. But you know, we say our prayers and we make the show. Excuse me?
You're a preacher?
What? No, the Lord ain't gonna let nobody follow me.
Oh, okay. You know what was going on? I thought you was a bishop or something. I said, Lord.
So
I know y'all the Lord. Y'all give me 5 good numbers so I can play them now. Come on now.
She's a PK, Twan.
Yeah.
She's a PK. Let me ask you this, Antwan. If we weren't dealing with this pandemic now, and all things were considered, What would it take for a guy like you who hosts at a major comic club in a city to go to the next level? Because, you know, I think our audience is seeing you got the stuff as well as a Kevin Hart does. What does it take
But
for you to get to that next level?
well, my plan, what my wife just said, my plan was I was headed to New York, but you know, God seen fit. The first thing He shut down was New York, so I realized it wasn't my time and it was His. It's God's speed, so I had to stay positive. You know, it get rough though. You want to tell jokes, and you know with the talent that you have, it's just like having a Lamborghini with no wheels on it. You got the car, but you just can't drive it. But what I'm doing now is just sitting back, absorbing, you know, building, you know, stacking your finances. So when it do open up, I can be able to travel and I can be able to do everything I need to do. In hindsight, I've been writing, you know, been just doing a lot of writing. I want to bring movies to the forefront, start doing stage plays as well. So that's one niche that I want to do. I'm gonna start doing screenplays, you know, getting out there doing more plays, getting more acting in.
Okay. And on top of all that stuff that Twan somebody doing, man, I know the brother. He excellent father. He got kids that play Pop Warner football, and that's his life. After you get off work, he out there with them. So I think that's where he been at now, you know, at the park with them. But that's one. So he excellent father. I got to give him his props for that, you know.
Hey, I appreciate Twan, go ahead, Red.
Okay, Twan, he trying to keep you off of him, man. With all of that excellent father stuff, he trying to keep you cracking on it.
Nah,
on you when
you know, he got my man $100,000.
Yeah,
I gotta respect him.
Hey, now, does not your son play high school football at this point, Twan?
Yes, he do. When I leave here, I'm just leaving practice with the younger two. I had to go to go work out with the oldest one because this season started today as well. You know, Florida high school, they granted them for the play this year. It was a little late, but they granted them to play. So he played cornerback at Mandarin High School. He's a junior this year.
Let me say this. You know, I coach high school football down here, and of course, sport. You know, I know I'm gonna get this from the two of you all, but you know, there is no high school football in all of the world like South Florida high school football.
Right.
But I call our head coach. He's going to be on the show next week again. I called him and said to him, I said, Coach Davis, I saw where the FHSAA, that's the governing body, set August 24th for practice, which today, and then the first game I think is September 4th. I said, Coach, I won't be out there. I'm not going to risk it. And he said, Coach, I wouldn't let you be out here. He said, we're not. South Florida is not participating. He said that's what. The schools in northern Florida and some of the West Florida schools say because it's so bad down here. How do you feel about your kid being out there with this like it is?
You know, it was a hard decision to make, but you know the necessary precautions they taking. You know, checking the kids' temperatures and doing whatever. Because my wife, you know, she's a nurse, so it was kind of hard. You know, getting it through with her. They clicked off. Y'all still up there?
We here. We just he spotlighted you.
He got scared, thought he was by himself.
Yeah, I thought I was by myself. I said, no. But you know, they taking the necessary steps. We didn't do the in class, so they're doing virtual classing, but with the football, they're doing the necessary steps with taking temperatures and, you know, checking on the kids. And our kids, they wear masks, so they constantly with the mask on until, you know, the notice. But you know, it's we keep them with black seed oil, elderberry. You know, just try to keep their immune system up. It was a decision made by me and my wife. You know, so we had to sit and think about it. We was with one league, but that league just went on and never took a break. So we just stayed with Pop Warner. So.
Okay.
Vitamin D. I mean, you know, you got to pump that vitamin D to them too. That's good for them. That zinc and vitamin D.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, that vitamin D also with those airborne gummies.
Right.
Immune system. We use those as well. But it's just I don't know. It's no cure for it. I don't see what's going on.
Well, hey, Twan, I think it's interesting. You start talking about stage plays. Do you see possibly doing some of them at the club, at the comedy club there in Jacksonville? Debuting them there?
Well, unfortunately, the comedy club is no longer because of the nightclub. The ceiling had failed, so that deemed the whole building that unsafe with the damp system with the fire department. So we was unable to. So that's not open anymore. So what I was gonna do is start renting out auditoriums the same way I did before I met Dean. I did shows at home. I did shows at clubs, and also I'd be opening up breezes. I'd be doing comedy at breezes as well.
So have you thought about doing a virtual show just yourself?
Yeah, most definitely. That's what I do. I'm a headliner, so sometimes it'd be by me, or I always look out for the comics that's here in the city, or the ones I know back home in Virginia.
Yeah, we already knew you was a headliner.
You say what now? I heard you over that kid with that little dog chain on. I heard you over there. Hey, don't be laughing too hard now.
Hey man, I really missed them days at the comedy club, man. There was some fun times for me, man. I enjoyed that.
Oh man, we had some good times, man.
Good times, bro. Some good times, man. Dean run a class act over at the comedy club, and I loved everything about it, man. The from the comedians to to Dean running things and everything.
Staff,
man.
Yeah, we had great staff, man. Great man. Dean did a great job, man. If y'all know that what Dean Rob was one of the great promoters and club owners that I met. He taught me a lot about comedy.
Good. Thanks for giving them their props. That's what we miss a lot.
Yeah, we got to give him his props because Dean run a class act over that comedy show. He bring in big name comics from people. A lot of times people might not even know they're here. The shows sell out. But a lot of people, they think that the comedy zone is the only comedy place in town. And once they find out about the comedy club, it was bigger, more spacious, good food.
Yeah,
so people took that over. You couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
So.
And then I got
everything. I'll pick up real soon, and Antwan, you'll be here to Houston to visit with us and do some things. That's what the bishop's telling you right now. Okay.
He getting sleeping. You getting sleepy? You about to drink that prune juice?
I had no idea, y'all. Viewers, don't hold me responsible. I had no idea we're gonna lose all manner of sanity. Hey, Linda, when I first started working with Kim at the club, he brought me on and doing what we do, security stuff. I used to see every time Twan would come in late at the last minute. Every time Twan would come in, him and Kim would meet at the gate, and they had their own little Flip Wilson thing.
Yeah.
And everything. And so
I got
jealous, man.
I kept forgetting it every night.
I said, hey man, we got to come up with something now. So we had just gotten on to something before everything closed down. So I had
You remember the handshake?
Who's that? You talking about me?
You remember the handshake?
Bro, we have to go through it again.
No, Kim getting old, so I kind of remember my Kim getting a little older, so it's probably harder for him to remember. I had little Daryl on the show a few weeks ago, and he was just saying that he says it's getting hard for a brother not being able to get out and apply his trade because he had shut everything down and gone full time. And he was a teacher, and I just retired as a teacher. So he had that skit on the stage. If you remember with him, you can go online and see him doing that board thing, which is absolutely hilarious. And he said he had just, let it stop teaching and gone full time with the comedy scene when the pandemic struck. But
I was in the same boat. I was depending on comedy full time, but it was hard to adjust. What you doing? It was hard to adjust. It was hard to adjust, and then you feel like comedy is like that's your medicine. So you feel like you ain't doing your full work. Then you working for somebody for 8 hours, and you feel like those 8 hours you should be building your own brand. So
Yeah.
it was hard to adjust, but you know what? With strength of God, you know, you can do anything.
But you know what, Antwan, this is the time for not just you, but for everyone to take that time to put everything down on paper, as I heard you say, put it on paper, you know, put that timeline of when you want to do this and how you want to do it. So when the doors open again, you're already ready. You don't have to get ready to go in. You're there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You click your own screen and made it big like that?
He's gonna be a producer.
I said, I had done got a little click.
We're gonna have to get Toya to help you out. She's gonna show you how it was done. Right.
I wish I was at home on my computer so y'all could really see all this beauty in this camera now.
You can by yourself.
Oh boy.
There I go.
You're trying to be so quiet.
I so appreciate y'all reaching out to me and let me be a part of your platform. You know, hopefully this time, Kim, I can get them at least 4 more people in this service for next.
You say you can get a cold what now?
Be to a whole 6.
He can get 4 more people for those in church service on Sunday. So you got him 4 more amens. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So you're taking 4, right?
Hey, Twan, you know they put internet in cars now, right?
Yeah, we got internet in our car.
Yeah. I was just wondering why you keep going.
Yeah, on his phone. Oh, he got internet on the car on his phone.
You said what now?
I was just wondering why it kept cutting in and out.
He said,
"Oh, we coming across the Buckman Bridge. We on the bridge."
He said they don't put internet in Gremlins.
They don't even have nobody to maintain the Gremlins. He got to do it himself. Take care of it at the same time.
Hey, Kim, those act like he don't roll his windows down. He rolled them down with his hand. He got no power windows in his car. The women think he a gentleman. He opened up the door, but he just can't open the driver door up.
I can sure see that you missing that stage, man, because you got some good ones going tonight.
Definitely, man, most definitely. But it's good to see y'all brothers and rap with y'all, man. Once again, though, I like to tell y'all, man, y'all mom, man, that's a blessing, man. I seen the birthday, man, good gracious. I showed my wife, I was like, she don't look to her age.
She don't, man. She really don't. That's a blessing now.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
So I know y'all don't take after y'all mama. Y'all don't take after y'all mama.
Our dad has passed, but he was the same way, man. He was 94 when he left here, and he didn't look his age either.
He did.
He was 94.
Yeah.
Y'all got a long road ahead of y'all.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. Kim might not. Kim already 80 something, ain't he?
Come on. It's one like they had barely fit in his head, don't it?
Hey man, I ain't even know that was a hat. I thought it was a Band-Aid on his head. I thought he had bumped his head. I ain't want to say nothing. I thought he was sick.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Oh man.
I ain't know it. Hey Kim, I ain't want to say nothing.
That guy do look like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, that's your brother. I thought he had fell out before he got on the show. I was praying for him the whole time. I said, boy, that boy still got a soft spot.
Oh man.
You
got to be under some light, man. I want to see more than your teeth, okay?
Hey, y'all see me? There you go. I'm back up now.
Hey man, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. You've been as fun as we know you to be. And ladies and gentlemen, listen, you got just a taste of what he is. You heard Linda say she checked him out on social media. And when I say funny, he is funny. Like Kim said, we work with
Hey Kim.
Yo.
Church show now. Before we get out of here, we gotta pass that tide around there. We gotta pass
yeah, go pass that before you pass that hat.
What y'all know about
Oh,
that?
see, throw that head out the window.
What y'all know about that, boy? But Antwan Murphy, as you can see, is one of the funniest. And what we really want to be about, yeah, we're trying to have a little fun during the pandemic. If a network want to pick us up, yeah, Kim, we'll join. Linda, we'll join, and we'll let them pick us up. But we're trying to, during this season, we're trying to expose people that a lot of people are not aware of. And I hope that after the night, our viewers will spread and share this and just let everybody just get a taste of what Antwan Murphy. He's based out of Jacksonville, but wherever he is, I want everybody to know that he is well worth your ticket alone.
Yeah.
So we work with Nephew Tommy, DC Young Fly, and all them guys. But I think some of them who didn't know Antwan were like amazed to meet him and to see his comedic talents. So Dean Roberts will pick it back up, and however Antwan do it, man, God bless you. The blood of Jesus cover your children during this season and on that fall field. And man, thank you for stopping by. I know you got a part joke, so get it out your system.
Before he go to that part, and Joe, Antwan, tell us again about your show you got coming up on the 26th. Tell us where it's going to be and everything. Promote that thing.
Okay, yeah. I'm September 26th, I'll be at T-Paz. It's a vegan restaurant right there on 8th Street. It's a birthday party, but if you want to come out, you're more than welcome to come out. I think you can reach David Emmanuel on Facebook, Instagram with the tickets. So that show, it'll be a good show. First show out, so I got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of pandemic, a lot of toilet tissue getting left off the shelf for the pandemic. So we gonna have a good time. So if I can send the info to the link.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
People out there.
Definitely do that.
We share it.
If you would, man, definitely do that. Send that link. I'm planning on being there. I can tell you that. I plan on being there, but send that link, so everybody can know where you're gonna be.
Most definitely. I so appreciate y'all, brothers, and you too, Miss Linda.
All right, well, I'm gonna try to fly out there, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I can't get on the plane.
It'd be easy to drive, Miss Linda.
I'm in Houston. I told you I wanted you to come.
That's right, you're in Houston. I forgot you're in Houston.
I know people out there Anchor's home. Yeah, I can come to Houston.
Yes.
I know people.
So
and everybody know you just got your top dressed up. There's some sweatpants at the bottom of your outfit.
You better try, but you have to tell everybody. But you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. See, that's how we play with each other. We can have fun. I just want to say
you know any comedy promoters in Houston?
I do.
Ain't that what Taz at?
Okay, well,
Twan?
No, Taz, he came back. He was in Dallas. He back now.
Okay.
There are some here. So when it's over, we can all get together and make it happen for you.
Okay, most definitely. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
God bless you, man. Thanks, Twan. Bless you,
bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh, wait, Antwan, give him your social media and all that information. So if anybody wants to check you out.
Oh yes, Facebook Antwan Murphy, Instagram Antwan Murphy _comedian. You can catch me on Christian Mingle.
Boy, I tell you.
What you gonna be doing on Christian Mingle, bro? What you doing on Christian Mingle?
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, that's mostly my platforms. Booking information, you can always email Antwan Murphy 87@gmail. Phone number 904-802-1173.
Okay.
So I'll be calling you later, man.
Yeah.
I'll be Nephew Tommy.
All right. All right. Good night. Y'all have a nice one.
All right. Be safe.
Peace, bro.
Miss Linda.
Yes.
Thank you for stopping by, girl. I didn't know you were this funny.
What? You can't know everything at one time, Reb. It takes a lot of time. It takes over the years. I was really concerned with one of our viewers, but we'll talk about it on a later date.
Okay.
Yeah. But we are good. I've enjoyed myself. I'm glad I got a chance to speak with Antwan. The young man is a very, very funny, talented young man.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
Yeah.
very talented.
I'm still trying to figure out why Kim was being so laid back. He must have scared Twan was gonna crack on him or something.
Man, I've been in the Twan a couple of times. He ain't never bite back.
But see, that's because he wasn't focused. He had to focus on getting across that bridge and getting over there to those kids. He got you though, Kim. You know he coming back at you.
You know his license probably bad, so he probably was worried about getting across that bridge.
He was trying to get over. He was trying
Boy,
to
ain't
get
got
over.
no license, you know.
Yeah. His wife couldn't drive at that time either.
Listen, Kim, hey Kim, can you take that question? Linda, thanks for joining us with us, baby. We're gonna ask you to you are entertainment editor, but we know that you're much more vast than just entertainment. So we'll be seeing you back in a few weeks.
No problem, no problem. I'm here. Kim, I'll talk to you later.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
I'll talk to you later. My pleasure.
Okay.
So did you get the question?
Love you. Be careful out there with the storm coming. I understand it's heading you guys' way.
Yeah, that's what they said. But I'm in the house. I'm done. If they move the house, then they got me.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, me too. Okay. All right.
All right, love.
That's you, girl. We love you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Right.
Bye-bye.
So Fern has the question on here, Dozell, about why do our families have to be different? We love our family and want and need the best for our loved ones. Know we are all alike. Let's not pretend our color of skin. I think what she's referring to should make us different. I think what she's referring to, we were talking earlier about playing the dozens.
Okay.
And the dozens kind of started in the hood, and we were saying earlier, nobody played the dozens like our culture plays the dozens, So I think that's what she might be referring to. Fern, if I'm off key with that, hit us back and let us know something. But the dozens is just something that started, in the hood. People ranking on each other's pastime and laugh and joke, and I think that's what it is. That's all it is. Just a cultural thing.
Yeah. Before we sign off, if anyone else has a question about Antwan or anything, you just saw Kim just returned. In fact, he was on the show on the road last week with the show, and he did an outstanding job with that cultural diversity training. He and Q, we've had Q on the show, and we'll be having him back. And in fact, if anybody knows a corporation that could use that training, you're dealing with two excellent presenters / facilitators. And Kim, what else happening up your way, man?
Well, I'm just I'm the education manager at the 33rd Street location of the Police Athletic League here in Jacksonville. So we started school back last Thursday. So I'm back at the after school program doing that, and that keeps me pretty busy, along with trying to, we got some other places that are asking for us to come do our dedication to community program with them. So, just staying busy. I will be, my 4th anniversary is coming up, wedding anniversary coming up. Shout out to my princess, Miss Donna. So, and I know you just had an anniversary. So, but yeah, that's all we got really going on. It'll be our anniversary is Thursday. So we're going to, just celebrate that and just enjoy life, man. Take it how it comes.
Well, just so you know, I'm speaking of that anniversary and my queen, and I'm going to get in trouble for this. But she's been sitting over here biting her hand, trying to keep from laughing on camera, listening to you. So we've been having a great time. We just celebrated our 41st anniversary. We're so blessed to say that.
44 and we're on number 4.
Yeah, well, we're 41. That's all right. You'll get there, man. You'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
One of the things we try to do with this show, like I just said, was a couple weeks ago, we had Calvin Thomas, who Kim met while working at the public defender's office. And Calvin wrote a book. And Kim, kind of tell us some of the stuff that's happened with the book sale since we've had him on the show.
Well, Kevin was actually on death row 14 hours before he's executed. He got a stay of execution. He ended up writing a book about he did 57 years total in prison, and he ended up writing a book about it. Falsely, I won't say falsely accused, but he should have never been there. And he wrote a book about it. As Dozell said, we sold one. The books come 125 come in a case. We sold the first 125 of them within probably 5 days, maybe. And I have another case that came in, but some of them are going on Amazon. So I got to keep a certain amount of them. I'm not exactly sure how all of it's working. I'm working through with the publisher, Miss D, on it. She's helping me out with it, but I have to send some of those books to Amazon, so they'll have some on file when the people want to purchase them. You can send them to them. So, but I got to get the rest of them down to Kevin because he's waiting on those books. He got people waiting. I know I have people waiting here to purchase them as well. So they sell quick. They sell real quick. They're only $20 a book, but they sell quick. As a matter of fact, Fern, I got your book in the mail. I got it packaged up and I'm gonna mail it tomorrow. As I told you, I'm just got back home, so I packaged it up today and I'll put it in the mail tomorrow. So you should be getting yours real soon. So I know Susan got a book. I sent her one.
So you got several sales off of the show. As did Q, we put Q's book on. He gave it to me the day of our dad's services, and we put his on, and as he was on the show, and he got several orders out of that. So this is what we're about, trying to help promote people and their products that are worthwhile to humanity and the community. So next week we got coming on the show a young man that I coached in high school, and we'll talk more about that. But he went on to he played college ball and did a little Canadian League ball. And he went on to become a personal trainer. In fact, he was a personal trainer for Ryan Shazier. And he has since moved. He just moved to Houston this weekend, I was just informed. What he has done, he wrote a book called So Now What? And I took the book on a cruise to just kind of brief it, and I couldn't put it down. So he's coming on the show. He's got the whole hour next week. And we're going to bring Coach Davis back on, who's the head coach, and we're just going to talk about that next week. Jerome Howard's going to join us on next week, and we got some interesting guests coming up. We'll talk more about them on next week. AKV, man, have a good week. Can't wait till we get back here next week. I didn't know Antwan's going to be that funny.
Hey man, that dude, he gonna open up that can anytime he get the chance, man. He's funny. That brother is funny, man. He just naturally funny. Some people just got it, and that's him. So. Me and him sit there and just go at each other all night. So that's how we do at the comedy club. So,
well, you just had episode 15, 16 of Dialogue with Dozell. We'll see you next week. Give your princess a kiss and a hug from us here in Fort Lauderdale. We love you, man. We'll holler at you next week. Dialogue with Dozell. We'll be looking for you next week, y'all. All day.
Yes, sir.
It's 3 of us.